Think of life like this: there are two big types of motivation. The first one is called push motivation. Push motivation is when you try to force yourself to do something you don't really want to do. You push yourself like someone pushing a heavy box up a hill. It works for a little while, but after some time, your strength gets weak and you get tired. No matter who you are, your willpower has a limit. When you feel tired, stressed, or worn out, that willpower becomes even smaller. That is why push motivation doesn't last forever. The second kind of motivation is much stronger. It's called pull motivation. Pull motivation is when something is so exciting, so important, so meaningful, that you feel pulled toward it like a magnet. You don't force yourself to move. Something inside you pulls you forward. This kind of motivation lasts much longer because it comes from your heart, not from pushing yourself with fear or pressure. So I said to myself, if I want to help people really change their lives, I must help them find goals that are clear, specific, and so strong that they feel pulled toward them. You can't just say, I want more money. That is not clear. If someone says that, I can hand them $1 and the goal is already done. You can't just say, I want to lose weight. If you lose 1 pound, then it's done. No real change happens. So I help people get very clear about what they want. They must want a result that is so interesting, so big, and so meaningful that they feel excited to behave differently. But there is something even more important. What actually controls your behavior is not just your goal. It is the state you are in. Think about it. If you are angry, do you act the same as when you are playful? Of course not. If you feel tired, do you act like you do when you feel excited? No. When your state changes, your actions change. That means the biggest mistake many people make is this: they try to change their life while staying in a weak, tired, or stressed state. They try to push themselves, but they are not in the right emotional place to succeed. We see this all the time. Someone says, I know I need to lose weight. I know I should exercise. I know I should eat better. They say I know, but knowing doesn't make them act. Why? Because they are not in the right state. But have you ever had a moment where you didn't do something for a long time, then suddenly something inside you snapped? You got tired of your excuses, tired of your old behavior, and you said, enough. Not one more day, I'm changing this now. And you took huge action. That moment was a new state, a state of resolve. Resolve means you are fully committed. You are serious. You are ready. You crossed a line inside yourself. It happens in relationships. You keep saying, it will get better. Maybe tomorrow things will change. But one day you say, this has been painful yesterday, it's painful today, and it will be painful tomorrow. I'm done. And in that one moment, your life changes. It also happens with health. Maybe you keep gaining weight slowly for months or years. But one morning you wake up, look in the mirror, and say, I'm tired of this. I'm changing everything. And you make a strong decision. Now imagine someone decides to go on a water fast for 10 days, only water. At first, they feel strong. By noon, they say, good job, I'm doing great. 2 hours later, salad sounds amazing. By evening, a burger and fries seem like the best idea ever. But here is something interesting: after the first day or two, fasting becomes easier than dieting. Why? Because when you diet, you have to keep asking yourself, can I eat this? Can I eat that? You negotiate with yourself all day. But when you fast, you don't negotiate anything. There is no thinking. The rule is simple: water only. That creates a strong state of resolve. When you are in a state of resolve, your behavior becomes powerful and clear. You stop hesitating. You stop doubting. You stop negotiating. You act fast. That is how big results happen. There are two big ways to change your state. First, change your physiology, the way you move, your posture, how you breathe, how you use your body. If you sit still for too long, feel stressed, and let your shoulders drop, your mind becomes slow and negative. But if you stand up, move, breathe deeply, stretch, or shake your body, everything changes instantly. Your energy rises. Your mind wakes up. Your emotion shifts. Second, change your focus. Whatever you focus on, you will feel. If you focus on what you are scared of, you will feel fear. If you focus on what you lost, you will feel sad. If you focus on what you want, you will feel hopeful. Even if something is not true, if you focus on it long enough, it becomes your emotional reality. Focus is powerful. Let me give you an example. Driving a car at normal speed feels easy. But driving a race car at 120 or 130 miles per hour takes intense focus. I once drove at 235 miles per hour. Every muscle in your body tightens. You feel the road. You feel the car. Everything becomes serious. You must give full attention because one mistake could be dangerous. One time, I went to a racing school with a great race car driver named Bob. He wanted to show me how strong a car can be. So he took me for a ride. I sat in the passenger seat with my helmet and seatbelt on. He drove straight toward a wall at 125 miles per hour, then turned at the last second. I thought we were going to crash many times, but he controlled the car perfectly. When we stopped, my heart was beating very fast. He told me, "In 4 days, you will drive like that too." I didn't believe him. Then he showed me a car called a spin car. This car had 4 buttons on the teacher's side. Each button lifted one wheel off the ground. While I was driving, he could press a button at any time and make the car spin out of control. My job was to recover from the spin safely. When he pressed a button, the car started spinning, and my face immediately turned toward the wall. That is what everyone does. When we lose control, we look at what we fear. And whatever you look at, you steer toward. That is why a person driving a new car on an empty road with only one telephone pole might crash into that one pole. Because when they panic, they stare at the pole and steer straight into it. Whatever you focus on, you move toward. Most people don't focus on what they want. They focus on what they fear. They fear losing what they have. They fear not getting what they want. They fear failing. They fear being embarrassed. They fear trying and not succeeding. And when you do things right, you don't always get rewarded right away. There is something called lag time. When you start building good habits, the results come later. Just like someone who says, "I've been eating healthy for 4 days. Why haven't I lost weight?" Well, maybe they've been eating badly for 40 years. You need more than 4 days to change that. Understanding something is not the same as mastering it. You might understand that you shouldn't focus on the wall, but when the car spins, your old habits take over. So we must break old habits and create new ones. And the only way to do this is repetition. Repetition with emotion creates mastery. A great athlete doesn't practice once or twice. They practice the same move thousands of times until it becomes automatic. During racing school, after practicing the spin car a dozen times, something changed in me. When the instructor pressed the button again, my eyes did not look at the wall. They went straight to where I wanted the car to go. I stayed focused. I felt the spin, but my mind stayed calm. I held my focus long enough for the car to straighten again. After doing this many times, my brain learned the new pattern. It became automatic. I didn't even think about the wall anymore. I thought about my path. That is how real change happens, when the new habit becomes your natural habit. In life, no matter how strong or skilled you are, you will spin sometimes. Something unexpected will happen. A problem. A loss. A surprise. A challenge. That is normal. That is life. The goal is not to avoid every spin. The goal is to recover fast and keep going. Think about the best people in the world: athletes, leaders, performers. Even when they are the best, they keep practicing more than anyone else. They practice what they are already great at. That is why they stay great. We must do the same with our life. We must practice managing our focus. We must practice choosing strong states. We must practice directing our mind to what we want, not what we fear. We must practice getting back up after every spin. If you practice this every day, even a little bit, you will become the master of your own life. You will stop letting fear control your decisions. You will stop letting stress control your actions. You will stop giving power to things that don't matter. Instead, you will move with purpose, with clarity, with strength. You become the driver, not the passenger. And when life tries to spin you around, you will know exactly where to look. You will look at your goal, your target, your dream. And you will keep steering toward it. If you want to live your best life, practice this again and again. Because the more you practice, the better you become. And one day, you will wake up and realize, you are no longer pushing yourself through life. You are being pulled by a future that excites you.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.